Hello and welcome to Thursday. Starting today off early once again, but with a full night's rest, which is notable because preceding this trip we had not been getting quite enough rest, and now we're starting to catch up a little bit, which is awesome. We're starting today off by, you've got to go to the post office because you've got Patreon prints that actually traveled with us from South Carolina. We didn't have time to get them out.
Well, we got them ready, and it was the weekends.
Yeah.
And then we had to leave, so I was like, we'll just take them with us and find a post office.
So they have traveled. So for all of the patrons, mouse patrons that get prints this month, they have seen a lot of different states. So we're going to take care of that. We're going to be grabbing a bite at Manderfield's.
Yeah,
a bite, just breakfast. It's a bakery. Anyone who's been watching the vlog for a long time might remember.
Oh my god, Manderfield is pretty crowded, guys. I hope we have donuts left. Look at that. Look at that awesome, good bakery-ness.
And then ultimately what we're doing today is heading up to Green Bay. There's a few game stores up there that we've went to in the past that are really cool. So we're just gonna go up there and take a look. It's been a while since we did some game hunting. And this is a really good place to do it because there's actually some really sweet stuff in Green Bay. So that's the agenda. Let's get started. What'd you get?
I got you your normal.
I don't have a normal. This is Wisconsin.
This is slightly different than a Bismarck. It's a chocolate Bismarck.
Put it in my mouth. Oh dear God. That's incredible. Wow. Wow. Oh my God, it's really good.
Thank you. They had eclairs there that would fill up this entire thing, and they were like $3.75. They were huge.
This is really good.
That's Little Chew. They imported that windmill from the Netherlands. Like, it actually came from the Netherlands.
You got a very nice windmill. Very nice windows.
On the windmill?
On the windmill.
Look at this bread. The poppy seeds and sunflower seeds.
Yeah, it's a bread company basically. What is that? Just roast beef?
Yeah, roast beef and cheese and tomatoes.
And that's sausage and lentil. I didn't know it was sausage and lentil from afar, but I tasted it and it's awesome. And then I got an Italian, and I think I'm most impressed with the way the bread looks. It's just a beautiful sandwich. So we had a pretty eventful day looking at game stores. We went up to Green Bay first, and that was the first place we checked out, which was Game Trade. And such a nice store in there, like such an absolutely beautiful store, and great selection of titles. And we got two things in there. We got Bubba and Sticks, a strategy adventure, and I got this mostly because of the fact that it seems to be such a huge brand tie-in game. On the front is a stick. I mean, it's called Stick, so I guess it's a stick. And he's holding Bubblicious gum, and then it also says, like, you could win a Sega CD and Bubblicious. And then inside it's like, free coupon for pack of Bubblicious gum enclosed.
Is that still enclosed?
You think the coupon is still in there? That would be fascinating.
Yeah, it's still in there.
Is it really? Okay, that's fantastic. No expiration date, Mallory. Are you kidding me? No expiration date. This is from 1994. The retail price not to exceed 50 cents. Yeah, well, I think
Bubblicious has exceeded 50 cents.
I think it has in 23 years. It probably is more expensive. And then the other thing we picked up was Don Bluth's Dragon's Lair trilogy, which has got Dragon's Lair 1, 2, and Space Ace for the Wii. And I'd never seen this before. I had no idea this existed, but apparently they released the Dragon's Lair games on Wii, which is pretty cool, honestly. I just had never seen this before, so I thought it was cool. Then we stopped by a store called Side Quest Gaming, and really nice store in there as well. And I picked up Jumping Flash 2. I am on the hunt for Jumping Flash 1, which came in the old style PlayStation boxes, which were bigger. I have slightly fond memories of the original Jumping Flash because I remember playing it as a kid at those kiosks at like JCPenney or wherever the heck it was. And the original Jumping Flash is actually credited as being the first 3D platforming game, and you play as a mechanical rabbit and you jump around on stuff, and it's a first-person game, and it's really disorienting. If you play this one, it's a similar experience, but there were two games, I believe, that were released in North America, and then there was a third title. I think it's only released in Japan, but they all did really well, and they're really unusual, and they're really interesting. And if I can ever get a hold of the first one, I might do a first 20 of that one and maybe this one in the same video or something. And then finally, we stopped by another place. Not all these were in Green Bay, by the way.
Yeah, just the first one.
The first one was in Green Bay. These last two are actually here in Appleton. And we stopped by a place called Press Start Games. Another amazing place. Had a copy of Snatcher, which I've never seen before. It was a $450 game, and it's actually worth that much, so it's pricey. But we picked up a weird Genesis game called Decap Attack, and I got it basically because it's a mummy throwing his head. There's a lot of weird video games, but Genesis seems to have a high percentage of strange titles. And I like getting Genesis games, I've said it before, because you can get them complete really easy. We don't go for complete games of any other systems except, or at least in retro stuff, Genesis, because they're so easy to get complete. People kept the cases because they were nice. Everyone threw the cardboard of Super Nintendo, N64 and stuff away, and now that stuff's worth ridiculous amounts of money. So instead of trying to collect complete Nintendo titles, we just grab the carts. But on Genesis, we always try and go for complete because it's very rare to only find just the cart. A lot of people saved everything. Anyway, so that was good. We're going to be hitting up more game stores, probably in Minneapolis. We'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then we'll also take a look around maybe the Milwaukee area. There seems to be a bunch of game stores in the Midwest.
We could check Madison if we don't do the Dells or something.
Okay. Yeah. And I don't know if I've mentioned it, but we're thinking about taking a very different way home, which would actually take us through Maryland. And if we go that way, then we'll probably see if there's anything on the way that we want to check out. So it's been a while since we did this, since we went out of our way and actually looked for games and stuff at game stores. But it's fun, and it's really interesting to see what other game stores, how they're laid out and what they're doing and the stuff they have, because we have our own game store, Player's Choice, that we frequent. And it's interesting to see what other game stores are doing. So we're having dinner at Appleton Street Sports Bar and Grill, but it's abbreviated Aspag. That's what everyone calls it.
Yes, Aspag.
Aspag. It turns out Aspag has got some pretty fantastic food. That's the second taco, and that taco is gigantic. Just an absolutely huge shrimp taco. Your salad looked amazing. I mean, just absolutely fantastic looking salad. And then this is the biggest quesadilla I've ever seen in my life, and I've already eaten like 3 or 4 of the parts of it. It's just absolutely fantastic. So how did you find out about this place?
I've been coming here for the last 20 years.
Oh, really?
They're known for their pizza,
Okay.
and it has new owners. It used to be called Cheyenne's, but yeah, it's well known. I'm surprised it's not busier than what it is, and the prices are very reasonable.
Yeah, I was really impressed. This is probably some of the best food already that we've had this trip. It's a pretty good day. Went up to Green Bay, saw those game stores, came back to Appleton, saw those game stores. Still very impressed with how many good quality game stores are in this area with really good rare stuff. Some stuff that's obviously like way out of our price range and very expensive, but not overpriced. All the prices I saw on pretty much everything in all the game stores, whether they were lower price or higher price games, was fair. Yeah, really good video games around here. And then we went and had dinner tonight and came back, just kind of hung out, talked a little bit, played some games. The agenda tomorrow is to drive from Appleton to Minneapolis. We're going to be spending a few days with Carly, and we're going to stop halfway tomorrow in Menominee for lunch. Menominee is where Mal went to school, at least the latter half of her college career. At UW Stout, and there's a little cafe there called Acoustic Cafe, which Mal has some good fond memories of. We've been there on the vlog before, haven't we?
I believe so.
I believe so.
Vlogged it?
Yeah, there was way back in a bajillion years ago on the vlog. I was there visiting Mal during winter, and I think that we trudged through the snow and go to Acoustic Cafe. So we were walking to go eat, and Mal says it's only 2 blocks. Right?
Yeah.
But 2 blocks, that's far when you're cold. So it'll be nice to go when it's not cold. But we'll be doing that tomorrow, driving onward to Minneapolis and then hang out with Carly. Anyway, going to get another full night's rest tonight, which I'm super excited about. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, let's get back tomorrow, shall we?